So hand painting, that can be a little bit scary, especially if you don't have really the skills to hand paint, and that can require a lot of skills. But these little bats are so cute. I'm going to show you how simple they can be. If you can paint a French line, that's hard, but decently, you can do this little bat. So you want to start with any color that you really like except black, because we're going to paint the French in the black. So I'm going to start with this color. This is All Tea No Shade in my Let Your Light Shine collection, and I'm just going to put a little dollop of my black gel right here, maybe a bigger dollop. So you're going to get your little brush, get a nice long brush that'll help with those French lines much easier than a shorter brush. It's just much easier to create the long side of it, and I'll show you. So you want to kind of saturate your brush, but taper it off so you're not, actually it doesn't matter too much with this is just the French. Okay, so you can get rid of the excess on here if you want, but just, if you don't know how to draw a French line, one way you can do it is just to do a line across there, and then think of the ending point that you want, and I'm going to do one right across, about there, and then you can just go to the center point here and draw a line from the center all the way up. Okay, so you get sort of a V shape, and then you can U up that V shape, however high you want to do it. Let's say I'm going to do it about there. Then you can take your gel polish bottle, the brush from the bottle, and just paint in everywhere. And if you're nervous at all getting too close with the big brush, there's a hair in there, of course. Need to get that out. Here we go. Then go back to your little fine and just fill that in. This doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to do the bat head in the center. When you're leaving it just French, you do want it more perfect because that's where the eye is going to go. But this is just going to be the basics. Now, once you get what you want, you can cure that, or we can paint your bat head now. The reason why I say that is because if you don't like your bat head, you could erase it off, but you don't want to redo the black again, right? So we just want to keep that black there. Here, I see a little boo-boo I don't like up here. I get a little bit of alcohol on my brush and just thin that out. There you go. See how the alcohol can really make a big difference. So now I'm going to get a dotting tool. Now I'm going to make my little bat head. And I'm just going to do a little circle right here. And just make it a bigger circle. And then join it to the bottom here. Give them whatever shape head you think. And then I'm going to take me little teeny weeny brush again. And I'm just going to give them some little bat ears. We can see that in there pretty clear. That's clearly a bat. We just want to give that, indication that it's a bat. So there's no question that it is a bat. He may not be perfect, but he's a cute little bat. So I'm just going to take the green, and this is where the little shape of the bat's going to come in. I'm just going to put a little dollop of the green. So I can do this with a brush, but I'm going to try it with my dotting tool. Let's see if I like that. So all I'm going to do is just sort of trace what I've done, really. So I'm going to do a little ears. And then I'm going to do the bat wings. Up the side. And then I think this might be too thick actually to do the little bat butt. I mean, this isn't like totally accurate to drawing a bat, but I'm just trying to give the illusion of it. So when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's a bat. Doesn't have to be perfectly accurate, but I'm going to draw a line down to make the little point. And then because this is a narrow nail, most people's nails aren't very big, I'm just going to dip it there. I don't think I have room to dip it again. So I think I have to go up into that area there. Let's make this a bit rounder. Now this is a cat eye color. I'm not going to work the magnet on it because you can lose the intensity of the color. If you find that it's just not popping enough for you, you could draw this, but this is going to add more time, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. You could draw this in white first along the black because these kinds of colors really pop off of white. So you could do a white base first. So I'm going to turn it upside down a little bit because I think it's going to be easier to draw just because of the angles. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a little swoop for the other part of the bat wing, and then swoop up, and then fill this all in. Now I have to decide if I want to make that his little head is connected to that part, and I think I will. Okay, maybe a little more pointy right here. Again, it's not supposed to be perfect. It's just giving the illusion of the bat shape. That's good. I think he's a little pointy on the other one. Oh, see, I just can't. Just see if I can make this a little pointier. I wonder, I'm being artistic. Maybe I can just bring this right down. Yeah, maybe that's too far.
I like it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I don't know. Bats, do they have tails?
This one does.
Okay.
Okay, I did do like a purple one.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah, and you can see the tail is much shorter. But I'm thinking, looking at this again, I think I would do a second coat of the purple because here it's quite intense purple and we're losing it a little bit here against the black. But again, you could do the white underneath or you could just do an extra coat of the purple. And it might give it more intensity. If that's what you're going for. I mean, nobody says it has to be the same intensity of that. Maybe that's just how you do it. But I did put this on a matte finish, a velvet over top to give it the matte finish. But let's take a look at this one. Maybe we'll make this one shiny. Okay, let's take a look at this little guy. Yeah, you see? He is cute. He's just got, like I say, I don't know if he has a tail, but this one has a tail. It's just a little bit longer. Okay, but I'm going to top coat it and we're going to keep it shiny. I'm going to do the green one shiny. And we'll keep the purple one velvet. Sometimes you guys, I don't know why this works. I guess it's just reflection. But sometimes you can do design and you're like, it looks kind of rough. Like I was doing there. It's kind of rough. But when you do the top coat, sometimes it's not huge, but it makes it look a bit smoother. So you kind of look at it, go, you know what? That looks a lot better than I thought it was going to look. Once you top coat it, sometimes it just makes it look so much better. Okay, there's one shiny and one matte. And like I say, it's not going to win any awards. But at the end of a nail appointment, if you're really in a hurry, that's an easy way to just hand paint a couple little bats. Maybe just an accent nail so you don't have time to do them all. Have a great Halloween.